All right, so let's talk about fitness, right? So I started my weight loss journey like a year and a half ago. And for me, my biggest goal was just to make it a lifestyle change. And I feel like it's been going relatively well so far. I've had the ability to lose 75 pounds in the last year or so. And a big part of that was those three key items that I've talked about. So, tracking points on Weight Watchers, which is just a daily limit that they give you based on whatever your dietary restrictions are and your goals that you have, fitness and weight wise. The next thing is drinking water. So, I drink like 3 32-ounce bottles a day. Sometimes I drink more than that because when I go on my runs, I like to bring a little liter bottle, so sometimes I drink between 96 to 104 fluid ounces of water a day. And then really just working out. So for me, it ranges. A lot of the times I'll go on a run 5 days a week, ranging between 2.5, 3 miles. And then sometimes if I'm not in the mood or if I want to do something a little different, I'll go on a walk, maybe in the neighborhood, on the trail, and then kind of see how that goes. I like to hybrid train, so that really means just pairing that with weight training. So Monday through Friday fluctuates if I need a rest day in between or not, and then I work out on Saturday. But I'll end up doing strength training. So Monday is usually leg day, Tuesday is push, Wednesday's core, Thursday's pull, Friday's legs again. And then I try to do 2 rest days a week. So if one of those days throughout the week I'm feeling tired or burnt out, I get injured, depending on what goes on, I'll try to rest, recover, and then pick up a day on the weekend. So I don't like to take more than 2 days off in a row just because it helps me consistency wise. And it's been a huge help with my mental health. So those are the really big 3 items that I use to maintain my level of fitness, my overall health and nutrition. And then I'll probably end up doing a video that just kind of takes you through what I eat in a day, just because it's pretty consistent, I would say, for the most part, the different food items that I'm eating. And I drink Zevia as like my drink of choice for the day, which if you haven't had it before, it's like a alternative sweetener, carbonated beverage, soda kind of thing, just because I'm not big into like Diet Coke and anything like that. So between that and those tasty as ice drinks, they're fire. Like they got the Starburst rendition of them, and I love I think it's cherry and strawberry. Those are my favorite. So between that and Zevia's is pretty much what I drink. And then when you see what I eat, you'll understand why I say it's pretty consistent. My wife has like a master grocery list. So on that list, as long as we pick up those items from the store, we've got food in rotation at home. So I think the biggest thing for me is I think we don't eat out we're trying to make sure it's not more than once a week. When we first started out, we weren't eating out at all, just because we started with the 75 hard challenge, which if you haven't done it or you haven't heard about it, it is intense. Definitely not for the faint of heart. And I think it has its benefits. It works for some, but I'll get into more what that looked like, but it definitely can burn you out and stop your fitness journey altogether if you're not careful. So between those 3 main items, and just trying to find a balance between work and my life and fitness, just because I know a lot of people like me, I work a 9 to 5 job. I'm fortunate enough, as you can see, today is a weekday. I'm working from home. Just because I got a dentist appointment, but that hybrid work balance and then just the flexibility that I have in my schedule allows me to work out before I go to work. Then I get logged in or drive into work for the day, and then I come home and do my thing. But like I see a lot of people struggle when it comes to balancing having to go into the office or going to work in general and then maintain that level of fitness. So I got a couple of tips and tricks on how to balance that, even if you're not working in a hybrid or remote situation, just because I've done all types of work, shift work, regimented 9 to 5 where you aren't hybrid. I've done fully remote and I've done hybrid itself. So I go into the office 3 days a week and then I work 2 days from home, which depending on how I feel, it's kind of flexible, but all in all, that's pretty much my standard. And then just balancing that with having a family. We have a son, I'm married. I have activities that I want to do, like be in school and do certain certifications and things like that. But for me, my number one priority in my life has become taking care of my body and my health so that I can show up for myself and show up for my family and friends and, whoever else. So yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing is going to be consistency and finding your balance. Everything is not for everybody, and I can't express that enough. Just because I see trends, I see people following what somebody's doing exactly, and then you quit and you stop because you couldn't keep it up. That is, you're not giving yourself grace. So if you can give yourself grace and just start somewhere, even if it's walking for 5 to 10 minutes, even if you stand up for a better part of the day more than just sitting down all day. I have a standing desk at work and at home just because I get back pain, and I don't want to sit down all day. Having a desk job, it can cause you to gain weight and you eat all day. So being able to track, being able to stand up, maybe go for walks on your break, it can help a lot more than you think. Increasing your level of activity from more than what you're doing right now is life-changing. And when you get that feeling of, I have a little bit more energy, or I was able to go up the stairs and I'm not as out of breath, because depending on how many stairs it is, I'm still going to be out of breath. But I think it really just depends. You got to do what works for you. And I think the biggest thing for me is it had to be a lifestyle change. It couldn't just be a quick weight loss thing. It couldn't be a fad diet. It had to be something that I can do every single day for the rest of my life. And I can show up every single day for myself and those around me, because I know plenty of us have gotten the weight off before and it's come back, or we've done yo-yo dieting and doing like quick things like, oh, like I'm gonna just eat grapefruit or do this watermelon thing. And it's cool if you want to fast, it's cool if you want to do a cleanse. But if you truly struggle with living a consistent, healthy life, I would consider starting small, maybe eating at home for a week, or if you eat out 3 days, just eat out 2 or 1 and gradually work your way up. It is not overnight, and everybody doesn't experience the same weight loss or the same muscle build or things like that. Comparison is 100% the thief of joy. Just compete against yourself, and I promise you it'll pay off. But with that being said, I feel like I'm getting too sentimental. I just want to share a little bit of what's helped me so far. I'm by no means a professional. If you came here for a fitness coach or a nutrition coach, that's not me. Not yet, at least. It's something that I'm definitely interested in later on in life. But I did this by going through YouTube and looking at TikTok workouts and just really trial and error, figuring out what works for me. But I will be posting food updates about what I eat in a day, some of the workouts that I do, and it's just day in the lives of how I maintain a decent level of fitness while working, being a parent, and just doing everyday life things where a lot of times it causes us to put our fitness on the back burner. So if you can like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe turn on your post notifications, just because I plan on cranking out a ton of content over the next couple of weeks and next couple of months. Quality might fluctuate. Right now I'm on my camera. Sometimes I do it on my phone. But the goal is to improve, and the content that I'm putting out, the quality for it, and just really share a lot of the things that have helped me with you all for free. Thank you.